Hi, folks. I'm not being preoccupied by obnoxious phone calls. Welcome to the big SERIE prediction show on the JuvEssentials podcast, and we're down to Dave. I'm tagging in because the other Dave had to take care of something, but we have German Dave here to break it down for us. German Dave, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm slowly growing into this role of preparing the stream and thumbnails and all of it, man. I'm slowly learning.
I like to call this the Fire from the Hip show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, how are you guys? How's the chat? The one person that is in there yet. There's no excuse for it only being one person, but I guess we keep waiting and yeah, talking some shit until the audience gets bigger, man.
Yeah, no, that's true. And this stream is going to be the one where we do the Serie A prediction, where we kind of predict a little bit. I mean, we could touch on a couple of transfers or some news that happened. I think the big one that happened was Victor Boniface going to Milan, which was a surprisingly unique deal, which is going to drastically adjust my predictions for Milan this season. But no, that was something pretty big. Douglas
He
Luiz, you guys,
already teased you guys in Discord if you're
I,
in
I
Discord.
did. I did.
And
If
if
you're in
and
the
if you're
Discord.
not there, join the Discord. It's there over my face. That's the QR code for the Discord channel. And join there, and we have nice and fun debates over there as well. Oh,
You just
I took Dash away instead of the QR code.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
this is the stuff that happens when we don't have the Canadian in here.
I know we can't do proper mechanics here, but yeah, I think that's the big thing that kind of happened. Douglas Luiz, you guys touched on that yesterday. Or, yeah, it
And
was.
we have the official communication. We can go into that as well.
Yeah, let's kind of dive into that real quick then.
All right. Here, I'll bring it up for you guys on the screen. And there we have it. Hold up. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. All right. Juventus Football Club announces that an agreement with Nottingham Forest Football Club for the temporary disposal until 30th of June 2026 of the registration rights of the player Douglas Luiz has been reached for a consideration of 3 million. So that is 3 million loan fee. The agreement further entails the obligation for Nottingham Forest to acquire the player's registration rights on a permanent basis upon the occurrence of certain conditions. The reports said that those are appearances, but we will find out, during the 25-26 football season. The agreed fee for the potential definitive disposal is 25 million, payable over 4 financial years. This amount may be increased during the term of the player's employment contract up to 3.5 million upon achievement of specific sporting objectives. Dash, sir, you weren't there, or at least you were busy with your phone calls.
I was listening.
What do you make of these numbers?
I don't mind it. I think it makes sense. I don't have an issue with it. Again, if the obligation happens, it happens. Again, you moved an asset that hasn't been utilized. That's honestly where my head is at. It's a win.
Yep. I think even if the obligation doesn't hit, you still get the player back with value. So, however this ends, it's not a catastrophe, right? Like we have 28 million in total if the obligation hits, and then like 3.5 million bonuses, which is okay. That can bring it up to, if I did the math correct, 31.5. Did I calculate that right? I think, yeah. So it can bring us to a net positive in the end, which would be nice, of course, but even if not, it will be yeah, it will be a net zero in the end, or just a slight hit, like maybe 1 million or 500K hit negative for the boost. And yeah, it is what it is, right? We didn't use him. He had injuries. He didn't feel at home here with the team. He didn't get the opportunities by neither of the coaches when he was fit. Or we don't even know if he was fit. Maybe he had like fitness issues because of the injuries and all of that. But yeah, the point being, like, he didn't have the opportunity to shine for us, and yeah, to get something out of this deal in the end is yeah, I don't mind it, man.
Yeah, it's again for me. It's a good deal. I don't know. There's nothing really there on my mind where it's kind of anything to throw my arms up in the air. So I don't mind it at all.
Armor is saying, when was the last time we got a decent player after paying 50 million or 50 million plus? It seems like all the big signings just fail and we end up in the same situation a lot. You're 100% correct with that, my friend. That's why we say stop making those big signings. Um, Look, we pay a huge amount of money these days for average quality, right? Like the players, even though we say they are some of the best in the league, or their level should be best in the league. Like with Cope Miners, for example, when we got him, right, like the expectation was of him being one of the best midfielders in Serie A. But still, like the level these players are these days is nowhere near the level of players we had like a couple of years ago. Um, and we pay double the money for basically half the production these days. And so they always feel overpriced because you don't get like a huge amount of production.
Mm-hmm.
You're just praying on and hoping that it works out. And most of the time we fail at it because we just bought the players. We didn't look whether they fit the system or whether they fit the coach, but we just got them because they were the big name, right? With Bremer, for example, it worked out. He's a center back, but we had our doubts with him as well, right? Like, thankfully, he wasn't a defensive tank and cleans everything up, but we were scared because of his lack of ball playing, but he kind of developed a bit into that and got better and improved. He's still not the greatest ball playing center back, even though we did a funny episode where his numbers were better than Locatelli's, which was funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's a year ago as well now. But yeah. No, and Cope Miners first season didn't work out. Vlahovic was a colossal fail. Um, I don't know. Are we ready to spend that money for Colombiani? In my opinion, we shouldn't
Nope.
be.
Nope. Especially
But
with the news that's coming out right now that they want a firm price on it. Absolutely not.
yeah, and that would be the next like 50 plus million signing that we shouldn't do, in my opinion. But do you remember one like in the recent memory that was above 50 million?
In what regards?
Like a player we paid 50 plus for and
And
he
did good
colossally
and
failed.
did well? Oh, colossally
No,
failed.
no, did bad.
Dusan?
Yeah, but that's yeah, I know, but I said that was a colossal fail anyways.
I just answering the question for you.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember like out of my head right now, but yeah, we are not good at the big signings, right?
No,
So
I think the last good one was Ronaldo and then Higuain.
yeah, Arthur was a brilliant signing. Yeah. Yeah, we'll send him on loan again to Gremio, guys.
So we're doing
So
a
we will
contract termination.
amortize another year of his contract at a different team. Damn. I swear to God, we're just running down the numbers until it's over and the contract ends without us taking a hit on it, or no need for termination or paying him off or whatever. Dude, it's crazy. It's legit crazy, man.
Nah, yeah, no, I know, but Anyways,
Yeah.
they'll kind of move it. Go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to find out what the numbers are and how much Grêmio will pay of his salary.
Yeah,
Because
I'm curious to see
you
that.
can bet your life on it. Brazilian teams will not pay more than half
No.
of the salary, so he will be mostly on our books in a season where he's not even here. But yeah, let's see what he does over there. All right, yeah, Douglas Luiz, man, Nottingham Forest. I hope he does well there.
Yeah, so we can actually get him moved. I mean, it's still the initial fee and then plus the bonuses. It could potentially go up to 40, which is good if everything goes well. But yeah, I kind of wanted to touch before we get into the predictions aspect of it. I wanted to touch on the whole Colo thing, where I am just not a fan of it, especially if they want to make roughly about 50 to 60 million. I don't see the necessity for it. It to me is just really terrible business if you're getting Colo for 60, 70, because you've effectively ISO'd out Dusan, who is at that value, and then you bring in another player, which I don't. He got us into fourth place. It's like, okay, all right, fantastic.
But
He got
even then, you shouldn't feel obliged to
to
sign a
spend
player.
him for 60.
Yeah.
If he got, and here's the thing, right? Because like, how many goals did he get? 6 to 9, I believe, something like that. And it's like, if he was like 15, 20 goals that he scored in that, then I can sit here and be like, okay, offensively, he got you in there. But it's like, okay, great. He had a good game against Empoli and he scored against Venezia. That means he's worth 60 mil. Like, come on, guys, let's use some logic here. Like, how are you going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, we spent this and did this, so now he's worth 60? Like, what? I
He
would,
scored 8 goals in Serie A.
8 goals. Okay, fantastic. If he got 15, yeah. If he was able to pop off for 15, I would sit there and say, yeah, it was crucial to what we did. Like, hold on, guys. Good Lord, man. If that's the logic, PSG is licking their chops because we're
No,
about
but even look, thank you for the 8 goals and thank you for helping us to reach the Champions League spots. I will not underplay that because they actually help us reaching the Champions League. So I will not downplay that. But if you double the amount of his goals, so basically he paid the first legs and the second legs. Let's say he scores 16 goals, or I don't know, make it 17, 18, put a couple of on top because he had a bit more time to get accustomed to the team, okay? Are you willing to pay 50 to 60 million if all the objectives hit? That is good for 17, 18 goals. I don't think that is fair value.
No. And it's like, for example, okay, you can say it's not the goals. It's
And
Howie.
don't
Does he?
forget,
Does he?
we already paid 10 million for the first loan.
So plus
I believe
50,
it
what?
was
Plus
around
50,
10
yeah, it's
million.
10 mil, roughly around 10 mil. And then plus what? 50 for this remaining operation. You're paying roughly 60 of them. Or even if you're doing 60 right now, you're including it. Because it's like, for example, again, is he going to start over Jonathan David? Is that going
No,
to happen?
no, David is the starter, and Tudor will not play them next to each other. Because we heard that the last couple of weeks in the chat as well. Oh my God, let's play them together. Let's play them. Dude, Tudor will not play them together. Like, which position do you want to sacrifice now? We already sacrificed midfielders. And now you want another striker next to Jonathan David?
That's where I don't get that logic. And it's like, okay, like he works in the system. Has he? Because you got to remember too, is
The goals he scored were not system-based. The goals he scored were opportunities.
we're used to Doosan. So anything slightly better seems like a miles long improvement.
Yeah.
So that's why, again, for me, I'm highly skeptical of it. Where I'm just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. And it's like, why are we, why are we so like love struck on Colo for some reason? You've got David. You still have Doosan, unfortunately, because you're not going to move him. Purchase someone that's cheaper, a younger striker that you can actually grow into the role and develop. What do you need a $60 million option that's on the bench? Like that to me is just insane. I don't so I saw the list here, Buffon, Higuain, Ronaldo, De Ligt. I don't think De Ligt was technically a flop. He was serviceable. He was pretty decent with us.
And for that as well, like we got a huge amount of money back. Like
Yeah.
thankfully, Bayern was dumb enough. No, but and there are the reports are different. We don't know the actual numbers and
Numbers,
how
yeah.
they'll end up. But there was talk of 45 plus 10, of 5 plus 50, and there has been like so many different rumors. For me, it is something between 50 and 60 total operation. That's how I think about it. Until we get like final numbers or concrete numbers, yeah, it's still too expensive, right? And yeah, you are right about the other players, but I said like recent memory, of course, like Buffon great, Higuain great, Ronaldo great, De Ligt still okay, Arthur disaster, Dusan disaster, Cope disaster first season, we find out now, and Luis disaster season as well because he barely played. So yeah, lately hasn't been good, right? And my fear is that if we can't afford to make deals like that. Um, put 50 million on the table or 50 to 60 on the table for a player like that, and then hope and pray that he pans out. I don't. We are not afforded the luxury of doing that due
No.
to our FFP situation,
Yeah, you can't take those kind of risks.
and you don't want 50 million on the books or 50 to 60 on the books for the next upcoming years, that then you loan them out again for 2 or 3 seasons to lower the until like 2 or 3 years of that are amortized, and lower the fees, and loan him out, and 2 or 3 million there, then he returns, then you try to sell him, nobody is buying him, you loan him out for another season. It's just not it's just not
Look, it irritates me because, like, for example, Milan get Victor Boniface for 30, effectively. 5 million loan.
Boniface. I know you keep saying Boniface, but it's Boniface.
Bone him in his face. But but no, it's just like I look at that and it's just like, why are we so dead set on Colo when you can find other players like that? Go to Bundesliga, find a fucking striker there, and spend 30 mil.
Ermedin Demirovic at Stuttgart, very similar playing style, facilitator, can score, great with his head. You would get him for max 30.
Like I don't know. We can table this conversation and just move on to the predictions and all that. But like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't see the need. I don't see the reasoning, and that's kind of it for Colo. But I don't know about Zergova. I don't know if apparently that move might happen. Juve are interested. I'm just gonna wait until anything really happens from that. So I don't think there's really much to talk about there. Rabiot being touted to come back to Juve, which I find absolutely hilarious.
I don't think there's anything
No,
real to that.
no.
Like he would just steal the spot of Copinas and Thuram. Like he what we need is either a creator, or honestly, now we're in the situation where Douglas Luiz is gone, where you may need him back up to Locatelli as well, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Thuram and Copinas are such different profiles. I don't know whether you want Locatelli as your single, like holding midfielder.
Well, I think Coop Myers is requested to play central defensive midfielder, so that's kind of what I've seen on the reports that he told Tudor that he wants to play CDM.
Yeah. Yeah, we will find out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And this is kind of the team we can draw something up, I guess. Like this is it for. Does anyone have the number of João Mario in mind? I looked it up earlier, but I
I
forgot.
don't
I
remember it.
already Jonathan Davids corrected McKenny's, but I forgot João Mario's number. Yeah, like this is the tactical. Oh, 25. Thank you very much. Let me do that. So this is the starting lineup, right? In most instances, and maybe Cold Miners there as well. Nobody knows what's going on with McKenny. Nobody knows with Vlahovic. Oh, Weah,
He
goodbye.
gone.
Do you guys remember what number Kostic had? Because I guess he will be there. Tabal is rumored to be back after or during the next international break or during the September international break. So he would be the player that you can use there and there. I'll park him there for now. Savona, is he the plan for that right now? Gonzalez, we will find out with the Atletico links if those are true, but Kalulu is the plan there, and I don't like that, honestly. Rugani is the plan for there right now. And yeah, honestly, oh, didn't I? Yeah, hold up. I have to create a Miretti. He got the 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Jolie had before. All right, that would be Miretti there when he's fit again. And then you lack a spot right there behind Conceição. And that's where I think it would help to get Shigrova. But it's not like the most essential deal to get right now.
You
Like,
not Central?
oh, got us there. No, but like if push comes to shove, you can park Cold Miners there if needed. And if you, let's say hypothetically, if we get Colomiani, you can shoehorn him in there as well. But honestly, I wouldn't mind Shigrova in that instance. Like he would be very good at that spot there. And Chet, like feel free to correct me.
Or O'Reilly?
Yeah, you're right. You're right with that as well. You're all right.
You know, it's funny because we call
That
that's an auto parts store in the U.S. O'Reilly's.
Oh,
It's actually really funny.
and X as well for now. And then you have O'Reilly there, or you have him there, or you do something like that, right? Like Koopman has played a very deep role in the last game, so maybe it is actually the plan to try that. And then you have something like this, but even then, you finally have a Locatelli backup or a player that can play there, but it still leaves that position open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like around Conceição. So I wouldn't mind getting Shigrova, but get us a striker for now because I hope this guy here will be gone. And yeah, and I don't want to go into a season with Jonathan David as the number one striker. God knows like what Milik is doing. Nobody knows. And
Could you imagine he plays
Vlahovic
this year?
hopefully. Dude, if this situation continues, I bet we'll see him once or twice.
Look, I mean, no, I'll save it for the predictions part. I don't want to talk about this now, but no, I think that's you just need one effective piece. I think Zergova might go and be where Conceição is.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Hold up. I have the heat maps ready, right? I am prepared for this stuff, just not for the predictions, which is the main part of the show, funny enough. No,
Yeah,
but
funny. Keep it simple.
Conceição here on the right side, that is where he likes the ball the most, right? And then he dribbles into that area and takes his shot from there, trying to curl it in. So that sorry, that is SERIE. Sorry, there it is. And he likes those cutbacks into the box and shoot from there. And now Nico Gonzalez, which is also funny. Like, look at his heat map. I genuinely don't know what position he plays, judging by that. And which is kind of what we have done to him, right? We use him everywhere, wherever a player was injured, right wing back, left half space. When we bench deal this for a game because because he wasn't fully fit, or the right half space when I believe Conceição had the knock for a couple of games, right? After one of the Champions League games, I believe. Like the guy literally played everywhere. So I wouldn't mind having hold up the Liga. Look at that beautiful red spot.
I think he's a good addition. I might be a little bit biased because he is a player from Kosovo, but you know, I think he is. It's cheap. It's a simple deal. Get it done. That's my only thought on that.
This would be a nice profile. Now, of course, where do you get the money from? You would have to sell Nico Gonzalez, the 3 million you get for Douglas Luiz right now. Like every penny you earn,
I mean,
helps
Gonzalez is pretty
helps.
much on his way to Atletico. It's just it has to get done.
Hopefully, hopefully.
You would
And
think.
supposedly, like according to Fabrizio, he also had talks with Simeone already. So I hope that gets done. But yeah, we are pretty late into the window, man. Like we have to accelerate
Yeah.
our stuff. And yeah, Shegrova, you see, like he plays even more inverted, which suits like Tudor's half space style even better, in my opinion.
hmm
And that I like.
And I like the link up capability with him and Jonathan. That to me is the big thing there.
Exactly. And they know each other, man. How
Yeah,
many years did they was it one season only they played together?
I think so.
Because Jonathan David was there for a couple of years, but I don't remember how long Shigrova was there. Hold up, let us do live research. So valued at 25 million, we know that. And the reports were that we may get him something in between 18 and 25, so that would be good. But
I'm fine with that price.
I know our team like it will be a loan with obligation for then I don't know
That's still fine.
10, 25 at the end.
5 and 20. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree. So Lil, oh no, he was there for a while. He moved at the 21-22 season to Lil, so that's basically 3 years.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident with him performing well with David. Because David's been there for about 5, I want to say.
Jonathan
4.
David, yeah, 2020.
Yep, about 5
Moved,
years. Yep.
moved August 2020. So they had 3 years together, man. And I like that link-up play. But same with Conceição and João Mario. Did you see how that
hmm
link-up worked like immediately
Yeah.
in the couple of games we saw of them? I like what Komoli is doing so far.
I
Um,
can't complain. Honestly, I was skeptical
yeah,
with the two-door extension, but again, other than that, I think the moves and everything else has been quite well.
yeah.
So let's do the predictions. I think what I think we could probably do is let's go for top 5 or top 6 and kind of shoot from the hip, unless there's something else we want to cover, but I don't think there is.
No,
Um,
I don't know. Was there something transfer related? I had some stuff
nah,
up, but there was nothing concrete.
yeah,
They were again like misleading reports with Locatelli. Some said he is considering the move.
that's
Some said
stupid. I
oh no, he loves being the captain of his childhood love team, like he doesn't want to move. And some said, yeah, he's considering the move. It's up to Juventus. And that Komoli said if we get 45 to 50, we consider the deal. And then others said, no, Locatelli point blank doesn't want to leave. Bless you, sir.
That caught me midstream. That's one of the rare times.
Yeah.
I was like trying to go for the mute button. It's like, oh, no, I can't get it. Out of the way.
Yeah.
No.
Get it out the system, no
Just,
worries.
yeah, just
Yeah.
get it out.
And it's like such conflicting reports, like nobody knows again. And honestly, keep him. What the hell, keep him? Like, do you
It'd be
want to lose
stupid.
another midfielder?
Yeah, it's
Hell no.
stupid.
Hell no.
All right. Do we want to work our way down or up?
I believe do we do 4 or 5 in case of
I do
if we
5.
get the then let's do 5, man. All right.
Okay.
Hold up. I have last season. I am a little bit prepared. I have last season Serie A table, and I have the teams up like the transfer market tabs. So if you want to look at players they acquired and sold and everything, we can do that as well. So
All right. So we start with 5. You want to know who I'm going to put as our 5th?
hold up. Let me do an actual table system. Hold up, sir. Right. All right, we have Dash. I'm doing it on my iPad and then do a nice like Excel sheet or Word sheet or something like that.
Okay. That's fine with me. All right. Number 5. I'm going to put Roma as my 5th.
Oh,
I think new system, new coach. I think they're going to have growing pains, even though that they're hot. I don't think that they're going to push all the way into the top 4. I don't think that Gasparini is going to take off running. I think he will at some point, but I just don't see that he has enough to squeak through it. So I'm going to lock him in at 5th right now.
right. So should we talk a bit through them?
I mean, if there's anything notable.
Quickly? Wesley, I think, great right back acquisition
Yeah.
for the team. Otherwise, kept a huge part of the team. Got Ainawi, sorry. That's a player I really liked from Lens, like on all the scouting reports. Like very nice player, progresses the ball well, can hold the midfield if needed. There were talks about them losing Manu Kone. Inter was interested. I forgot which Premier League team. Is it Manchester United that was interested in him as well? But they didn't want to meet Roma's price. By the way, they got him. Well, was it a free transfer from
Correct.
Mönchengladbach, I believe?
Yes.
And dude valued at 40 million. And in this season, he had, or was he there for 2 seasons? Like built up incredible value, man. Yeah, brought in Leon Bailey from Aston Villa, a great winger, or not great, very good winger. Evan Ferguson, another striker. Still have Dybala behind that, so they still have their creating quality. Badanzi behind him, and then the midfield: Pisili, Ainawi, Manu Kone. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you have for your 5th?
On my 5th spot, I have Atalanta.
Really, that's
Because
interesting.
I am not too sure. Hold up. Let me just write Atalanta in here. Because with them, I'm not sure how they will fare with
Juric is their coach. I don't think they're going to do
Juric
well.
as the coach.
I think they take
Look,
a huge step back.
they did great transfers. They got in Kristovic as a replacement, basically to Retegi leaving. They still have Skamaka, so he will be good. They still have Lookman there. I don't know whether they will sell him or not because they brought in Sulemana, who plays basically his position. And Sulemana is such a good winger, man. I loved watching him a couple of years ago. He was playing at Midtjylland, the Danish club. that buys a lot of players from Africa, and they basically make their big jump to the other European teams from Midtjylland.
Mhm.
And he was very good there. Like I watched him for a while. I think he will be good for them, and them their right side. They got Zalewski from Inter for, was it just to the, I believe it was the 12 million that he's valued at.
Mhm.
And then even then, like um, they don't even need as much of offensive contribution because they have Sulemana like on the left half space basically. So they can be happy with having like this right side with Bellanova. I think he is good as well, but I don't think it has the explosivity they had last season.
Yeah, I don't. That's why.
Their press wasn't as intense. I think they got good players. They're still like
I
defensively
just.
should be good. Scalvini is fit again. Like defensively, they will be stable. I just don't know whether they will be that explosive offensively. But they have good players. But I don't know with the top group. I don't know if they will be able to fare with the other teams, like
No,
in
I
terms
don't.
of the overall depth and explosivity.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm skeptical of them, and I'm skeptical of Ivan Juric, just because it's a totally opposing style of play than what they had with
Yeah,
Gasparini.
yeah.
Um, Good. You have the team that I have for my fourth. I think Juve are going to finish fourth. Reason why is I think by player quality, they have the quality to get them into fourth.
Oh, you have us.
The only question that I have is whether or not Tudor can get this team there. That is the only question mark that I have that's keeping me at fourth right now, where I'm skeptical of it. Because there's continuity from last season. There is some proper adjustments and some proper replacements to players that have happened. I just don't know. And again, sorry guys, like you can get mad at me for saying this, but I don't have the confidence in the manager right now. Whether two things. One, he can maintain a high level of intensity for three competitions. Two, whether or not he will even make it past Christmas would be my second concern. Because with this team, if the wheels fall off, the wheels fall off. Like it's done. And that's where my biggest concern is whether or not, again, if it goes into an ugly spurt, whether or not this team can maintain it and do what they need to do. I think players and adjustments, they've done well. Like I can't complain with the amount of what they've had to do and what they've needed to do in such a short amount of time. But I just, again, for me, the biggest question mark for this team is going to be Tudor itself.
Okay. Well, should I go deeper into that, or when I
Whatever you
actually?
want.
Well, my next team is Dash's new hot love, AC Milan, in
Really? Fourth? Wow.
fourth. Yeah. Look, I think it will take them 1 or 2 years for it to gel completely.
Okay.
Hold up, I have their team up as well. Look, it's all good and well that they got Koni de Winter, but I don't think he is as far in his development as Malik Chow, so I think they lost a bit of quality there.
Mm-hmm.
Estupinian uh, is an upgrade above. Man, I forgot. I forgot. Sorry, but yeah, Estupinian is okay on the left side. Um, Overall, defensively, I don't think they improved much. Atekame is okay from got him from Young Boys. Oh my god, that is one of the funniest clips. Do you know the Kaka Young Boys clip where he puts them at in the Champions League draw, and people are
Mm-hmm.
using that now for
Mm-hmm.
everything list memes? Oh my
Yep.
god,
Yeah.
yeah. Tomori Pavlovic, Gabia, and Koni de Winter. I don't know whether that is whether this is title challenging center backs. Pavlovic is. Tomori had up and down seasons as well, and he's injured quite a lot. Gabia is good, but not the greatest, right? And then they brought in a very young Coney De Winter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Max tried a lot of lineups so far. If they play a three-man back line, they don't have enough defenders. Maybe they will still get one. But yeah, the defense is a doubt, is somewhat of a doubt for me. But midfield-wise, they improved heavily, in my opinion. They got Yashari in. He's one of the better young, like, defensive midfielders. They brought Ricci in. Fofana was good already last season. Um, yeah. I don't even know, like, how many minutes Musa, Loftus-Cheek will see. Like, Luka Modric will be the spearhead of their midfield. And then one of those guys will be basically carrying the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Leao, Chukwueze, that is all good and well. And Jimenez and Boniface will be a very good striker duo. But with them, like, I have defensive doubts, you know. I think they can be exploited. Max can overcome some of that with his defensive coaching, but I still think like he is a bit limited by the personnel, so to say. And their midfield, like I say, is very young, but yet like not heavily experienced in, I don't know. Like Yashari, in my opinion, has starting quality, but I don't know. Can you throw in him immediately?
Yeah, he'll grow into it, I think.
Ricci as well. For a while, we talk about him being one of the best, like Italian, like in terms of potential. But has he shown it greatly right now? Because Torino was always like iffy still
Mm-hmm.
defensively. Um, but he is good presser. That at least. Yeah, I still have some doubts with him. And Leao is so up and down. Pulisic, you never know. I hope not, but his injury sometimes, and brother, like he has as well. Like he can go from international break to international break, which would be like 4 games in that month. Like he can disappear, but in the next one he would cook. So I'm not sure. And then the salad maker, up and down, but yeah. So yeah, that's why I have them in fourth, man.
No, fair enough. I mean, for me, I think so. I'll move up to third then. So I'm going to put Inter as my third place. More so just because it's ideally the same team. I think they have the talent to be in the top three. I'd be surprised if they fell off hard. I doubt that they do, but I'm positive that I think Inter will probably finish third, just more so from the new coach than anything else, really, because the players are good, and I think for Serie A they'll be fine. But I'm just gonna lock them in at third. What about you?
I have them
At,
also
at third?
third. So that's the first one we measure out, and you'll see what that means in term for Juventus. No, but
uh,
I think, look, the issue is, we said about them last season that they were on a downwards trajectory.
mm-hmm,
They all of them got a year older, and if the idea will still be to like Bastoni, Acerbi, I don't know, those being the starting center backs. I get that they brought in Thomas Palacios, but will he be an immediate starter for them?
no.
Pavard will play right-sided center back, I know, but I don't know. Like they are a year older. DiMarco had a not great season. Carlos Augusto, when he played, wasn't as effective as like DiMarco at his best. Dumfries had an incredible season. Will he be able to repeat it? I hope for him because I like him as a player. But yeah, Damian, 35 now. Çalhanoğlu, a year older. I know they got Sucic in, but will he replace him immediately? Cristiano Slani confirmed today to Torino, so they lost another body there. Barella's still, in my opinion, one of the best midfielders, like in Serie A, of course. Fratesi also up and down, and mostly a sub. Zielinski also a year older. Mkhitaryan now 36, also a year older. And now they have Luis Enrique, which they may use him, I don't know, try to use him as a hybrid or whatever in the midfield, or use him in a half space or something like that, or rotate him with Dumfries, right?
Yeah.
So that would be a possibility, and then you move Damian back to right-sided center back as well, maybe. But yeah, I don't think they improved greatly, and they got older, right?
That's why I think
And
for them
that's
it's
why
pretty.
I think third for Inter.
All right, I'll move up to second. So you already covered them, but I'm going to put Milan as second. I think just Milan offensively and their midfield is talented enough, and I think Max will be able to make something work as far as them defensively. I don't know. I think again the way that Max has them playing counterattacking ball, I think is going to be dangerous, and I think people are going to get bit by thinking that hey, let's play against that weak defense, and I think Max is going to compensate by hitting them offensively, counter with a counter offensive attack. They're gonna again. I believe it's just one game a week outside of Coppa Italia, so I I like their chances. They have good talent. They have depth. Obviously, if Max can make average defenders look good. So for me, I just have Milan as the second, and I'm assuming your second is going to be Juve.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So we
I have
swapped
us
our
in
2 and 4.
no, I have us in second, but you'll find out to the eventual champions, of course, which my guess is they match for us both. Do
Napoli.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that they will destroy the league
Oh, I
this
think
season,
so. I
in
think
my
so.
opinion. Like the gap will be huge, and it will be a tussle like with the other ones making up the top five. So why I have Juve in second is I genuinely think Bremer being back in our defense is such a help to shore us up defensively that we can finally go back to our shithole scoring one goal and win that game.
Okay.
Because we did that last season. We scored, right? We always were able to somehow score a goal. We had that ability, but we conceded, like as well. And here, a couple of dumb lapses, then a late penalty, and all of those things. And I genuinely think that Bremer will help us remove a couple of those defensive lapses, which is why I think we will be able to finish in second place. Our midfield, in my opinion, if we utilize Cope Miners a bit deeper, like we saw, that will help us. Yildiz Conceição half spaces. Conceição seems energized, not only like in terms of him wanting to improve for us, but I think also he wants to put on a show for scouts and teams outside of Italy to see him, right. I think he wants to line up his next big move in the future because he's so young and he's revered heavily like outside of Italy. He's maybe like next after Yildiz one of our most like known players outside of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he will do his best the season, and then depending on what his backup will be, I genuinely think Jonathan David improves us, our goal scoring, our offensive contribution, the ability in general, linking up between the striker and the half spaces. Joao Mario and Conceição, if that stays as of now, that will be a really good duo that will be able to interchange with each other. And the left side Cambiaso, I hope that he with now an off season as well in the books, that he will get up to fitness again, because he had like a couple of injuries last season that tempered his performances, and then the Manchester City talks that maybe turned his head a bit. I think he will be better again this season. And like I said, Bremer shoring up stuff defensively will help us immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Immensely. I think striker wise we will be good. And yeah, Honestly, I'm not betting on Vlahovic scoring goals if I have Jonathan David because I think he is better quality striker
Yeah.
than Vlahovic. So that would help us. And if we are able to replace Nico Gonzalez with Shegrova, I would like that. If we are able to, I don't know, even if it's, I don't know, from one of the bottom Serie A teams, right? Get just a backup to Locatelli. Like I would like that. And then of course you can improve center backs, but we don't have enough time in the window to do something like that. I was crying for defender the whole time, a left-sided one. But yeah, we didn't do that. But yeah, I think honestly, Lloyd Kelly, whether you guys laugh at me or not, but with Bremer next to him and Gatti on the right, I think it can work, man. And that's why I think we can finish second. And like I said, it will be a tussle with second, third, fourth, and fifth spots. So, and yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think we are able to do that, man. Couple of going back to our DNA, defensive first, counter attacks, wing backs bombing forward and giving their heart like defensively. And man, shithousing 1-0s, 2-1s. I take that.
Yeah. All right. So then I think one is Napoli, right? I think the one thing they need to figure out to do is how to replace Lukaku because of his injury, but that team is built well. It's run well. I think Mano's done a great job. I think Conte, if he lasts, will do a great job.
Their
Yeah,
business is
I,
incredible.
it's hard for me to sit there and kind of like pick apart Napoli. I just think they're well balanced. They're well coached. Financially, they're well balanced as well. So they are ununanimously the favorites for this season. I don't see a counterpoint to it.
Yeah. Look, the only position they have to do something is the striker, but it seems like they are already in the market for a striker.
Yeah.
I believe they called Manchester United for Højlund. That would be a great cheap option for them because he doesn't have any value, honestly, quite right now. If they're able to get him even alone right now, just to have him there as a, I don't, I don't know,
As a
I,
backup, yeah.
yeah, no, I don't even think as a backup. I honestly think you can start him, or is your plan to start Lorenzo Luca?
You could.
Yeah, I don't. It would be a toss up between them, and maybe you can do a form thing, like whoever's in form for them, you can start. But even then, dude, David Neres had a very good season. They brought in Noah Lang, who had like incredible seasons at PSV, at Bruges, like wherever he played when
Mhm.
he was younger at Ajax. He always delivered, and he finally got his big move. Politano's still there just as a cover whenever they need something. De Bruyne, can you imagine De Bruyne with having Anguissa behind him, McTominay behind him, Lobotka behind him, Billy Gilmore? Laugh about his game, about his name, whether you like like him or not. But he was a great death piece for them. Dude, their team is incredible. And
Yes.
then,
Yes, it
like,
is.
they brought in Miguel Gutierrez as well. They basically now the replacement to Spinazzola for the future. Matias Oliveira still there, the Uruguayan. Di Lorenzo is still there. Mazzocchi is still there. Dude, that team is incredible. And then they brought in Marianucci from Empoli, brought in Bökemer from Bologna. Dude, they already have Buongiorno, Rahmani, Juan Jesus. Dude, that team is incredible.
Yep.
Genuinely. I think this team is better than the
Last year's.
Kvaratskhelia winning Scudetto winning team. I think
Mhm.
this is I think this is genuinely an incredibly balanced, of course, great coach. And they spent the fucking money, man. Like they put the money where their mouth is, man.
They did.
And yeah, I think genuinely they will win the league by 15 points or something. I think it will be a dominating season.
Yeah, I think so too. Alrighty. Well, we did it. If you're joining in, rewatch it. But I think we've
Should we do a bonus one?
A bonus one
Yeah.
for which
Goal
one?
scorers.
Goal scorers.
Should we do goal scorers?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even know who to pick. I don't think I could do it. I wouldn't know. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Do that, and it's not even done yet, right? Napoli
Yeah.
we're still going for a striker. Is Jonathan David, for example, the classical striker that will get you 20, 25 goals immediately? I don't think he
No.
is. Will Milan score as much goals if they get Boniface? But even then, I think they will rotate heavily with him and Santi Jimenez. Atalanta, will Kristovic like destroy everything? Scamacca
No.
will not score 25.
No, I think it's going to be a mid-table team that's going to do it.
Like, can Lautaro figure
No.
some of his
No.
gets some into his form like from 2 years ago, or Thuram from last season? Man, I don't know. You're right. It's hard to pick.
Yeah, it's tough to pick.
We let's do that one when the transfer market is closed and we know the actual strikers. Then we can do some fun stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So Dash has Napoli finishing first, Milan second, Inter third, Juve fourth, Roma fifth. And I have Napoli as the Scudetto winner, Juventus second, Inter third, Milan fourth, Atalanta fifth. So we have basically the same top four in a different row, and then he has Roma and Atalanta. I will get Maple Dave's picks as well in the coming days when he has finally a life again and is and can chill a bit. And we will do a goals prediction, or maybe if we have something nice, maybe even relegation teams or whatever. Like if we have some other nice fun ideas, we will do that one as well. Yeah, Moise Kean is a nice shout, but can he repeat a form like that? I hope for
I hope
him
so.
because
For him,
because I
yeah.
like him. But yeah, maybe it's again like now that he was the main striker for a team, maybe teams like figured a way to defend him properly. And Sven, I'm sorry, I don't even know who is the striker currently for Lazio.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Dude, I swear I
All righty.
dude,
We'll table.
Lazio completely ran past me. Oh, they still have Dia, forgot that, and Castellanos. Oh, nothing changed basically.
Yeah, because
And they got
they
Dele Bashiru. Yeah, Rovella on a permanent deal. Pellegrini permanent now. Nuno Tavares from Arsenal. Have fun with him. Yeah.
But all righty.
Not bad, but nothing world changing, right?
No. All righty, folks. We will catch you this weekend for the game day. I think Canadian Dave is going to do a watch along on that, and obviously,
I will.
oh, German Dave will.
Yep.
Obviously,
I'm happy. I'm happy if someone joins me, but
yeah,
right now it doesn't seem like it.
fair enough. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we shall catch you this weekend.